Holy cow, I think Marjorie Taylor Green finally gets it. MTG has released a video wherein she shares the news that she is resigning from Congress, and she explains her reasoning. And in that reasoning, she reveals that she finally seems to understand what the MAGA Republicans and what the Trump regime are all about. Take a look at this.
I have too much self-respect and dignity. I love my family way too much, and I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
Now, I find that there are generally three perspectives when it comes to Marjorie Taylor Greene's recent transformation from MAGA faithful to MAGA turncoat. Group A believes that MTG is just rotten to the core. She's always out for number one. She recognizes that Donald Trump is going down, and she doesn't want to go down with him. Group B thinks that what MTG is doing right now is for genuine and honorable reasons, but they just cannot forget the person she has been in the past and what she has done to help enable Donald Trump to prop up MAGA and to foment fear, hatred, and division amongst the American people. And then there's Group C, who thinks that Marjorie Taylor Greene has finally seen the light. And now that same old tenacious, opinionated, assertive personality of hers has found the proper target for her energy. I will admit that in my heart I belong to Group C. I will also confess that some of the reason for that is because I simply want to believe it. It makes me feel good to believe that MTG has finally seen the light and that she will now be a force for good in the world. I don't often develop beliefs for that particular reason, but I have to admit that is part of my motivation right now. Nonetheless, I reserve the right to change my mind based on Marjorie Taylor Greene's actions in the future. I will, however, explain the other reason why I belong to that third group of people who believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene finally gets it. When I was a kid, my family was quite poor, and we always drove old junker rust bucket cars that my dad would fix up and get running until the next time that they broke down, which was always just a few months down the road. I remember there was something my dad always said about mechanical problems with those old cars. He said that when a problem gets worse, when a problem gets bad enough, the root of the problem becomes all the more clear. I think, or perhaps I would like to think, that as the problem with MAGA and the Trump regime has gotten worse, it has become all the more clear to Marjorie Taylor Greene what the root of the problem with America actually is. She called it out beautifully in her resignation video. I think, or at least I hope, that Marjorie Taylor Greene has always recognized the problems in America, has always been angry about them, but is now coming to recognize the true root of those problems. Time will tell. I understand that Marjorie Taylor Greene has some aspirations to run for Senate. If she remains as clear-eyed about the problems that America, and by extension the entire world, are currently facing, then I would certainly wish her well in any future Senate campaign. Marjorie Taylor Greene, please don't make me regret saying that. I will keep you all posted. Thanks for watching.